Hey guys, let's talk about the Tapo camera supported SD cards. I have a Tapo camera C200, C100, and C216. So they work pretty fine with the cards that I have. I have this one, for example, the Lexar with 32 gigabytes, and that's the speed, 100 megabytes per second, but this is for read, right? Just pay attention to that. Then let me just show here, when you buy a card, you take a look here, you see up to 100 megabytes per second for read. And for write, it's lower, right? Just pay attention to this because you need to use the card you have in the camera, and the camera is going to write into the card, right? Here in the Tapo website, you see the information about the cards that are recommended. There's a lot of different cameras here. And when you go down, you see also the recommended SD cards. They tested those SD cards, right? SanDisk, Samsung, Kingston, Cochin, Kioxia, Lexar, and Gigastone. And then when you go down, you see the class 10 or higher. That's the recommended one. Just take a look here. I have a class 10 SD card. You see? Class 10. You have different classification here. Class 10, U1, V10, A1. And this is pretty fast. If you take a look again here on the website, you see, for example, the speed. Here, class C10 is for 10 megabytes per second. Then I was testing this Lexar card. You see here that I have on my computer. Then when I get a software like this Blackmagic, for example, I was testing, you see the write speed here is 58 megabytes per second, which is pretty fast compared here to the information that we have for the class 10. So this one is pretty good. And I've been using it for the cameras. It's recording pretty fast and never fails. It's pretty good. So I'll leave the link here in the description for this card. I recommend this one. And also important, just take a look in the maximum capacity for each card. You see here for each camera, you see the Tapo C100 up to 128 gigabytes. Okay, so you don't use a card that's higher than this. This one that I have here is just 32, only 32. So that's good. It's going to work for any camera that I have here. But take a look at this. And also here, for example, the C216. The maximum capacity is 512 gigabytes. It's a big one. And also here, for the C200, maximum capacity for the card is 512 gigabytes per second. So just be aware that speed is something, the capacity is something else, how much data you can storage into your card, okay? 512 for those cameras and 128 for this one. But the speed is the same for every camera. As much as you have, it's better, okay? So just go for this one, the capacity, for example, and the speed you have just right here, C10. It's good enough. At least for this brand, it's good enough, right? So I hope this helps. Please subscribe to this channel, leave your thumbs up and your comments, and I see you in the next one.